A lot of Irving residents and business owners are eager to see the reconstruction of State Highway 183. The Texas Department of Transportation is sharing updates on the progress, and City Source reporter Ashley Roberts is covering that for us. Ashley, what are you hearing?
Well, Thomas, right now we're on the corner of Story Road and Airport Freeway, where, as you can see, just a little bit of construction has taken place. But for the most part, construction has been slow to begin, and that is due to a lack of funding, which is leaving business owners in the area just ready for the bulk of the construction to really begin. Don Herring Irving Mitsubishi is one of many businesses located on State Highway 183.
It will impact us during the construction and will be very painful as it makes it harder for people to get to and from us.
Don Herring Jr. is anxious for the 183 widening project to get underway. He can already envision the end result, which entails 4 general-purpose free lanes in each direction, 2 or 3 managed toll lanes up the center, with 2 to 3 frontage road lanes continuous throughout the project.
So let's get on with it. Let's get it built. The quicker the better, so we can start seeing development come back to 183.
Herring believes developers are hesitant to invest around the 183 area because little progress has been made.
They don't know how the egress and ingress is going to be, so they're holding off. And so you see a lot of vacant land along 183 right now.
Herring says this is negative for the entire 183 corridor, but he feels the Texas Department of Transportation is doing a great job of keeping the community informed while taking note of public input.
General purpose free lanes, and then the pink.
Mark Pettit is TxDOT's public information officer. He says public hearings such as the most recent one here at Plymouth Park United Methodist Church are a vital part of the planning process.
So that we can try and make sure that we refine it as far as it can be.
But since the last 183 meeting back in July of 2011, reviewing and refining has been the majority of the project's progress.
The design team took the comments and suggestions made, the concerns and issues that were raised, and the engineering from the cities, the primary stakeholders in this project, and put them on paper in a preferred alternative, if you will, that's in there now to be seen and viewed by the public.
Here, people can closely review the current blueprints and get up to date on the project's timeline.
This is one of the processes to get the federal level approval, is to have a public hearing to bring people out and talk about it.
But funding is still a major issue. Mayor Pro Tem Rick Stouffer says the project is similar to a puzzle. There are still many pieces to put together.
I mean, realistically, the best of all worlds, there would be state and federal money and city money that could build the road.
And while most business owners are ready to see highway reconstruction now, Pettit says there is good news. The North Central Texas Council of Governments has placed the 183 project in high priority and is also searching for money to get the project funded.
One of the considerations is a public-private partnership to enlist the private sector and reduce the amount of funding that has to be brought forth by the public sector.
Any interest from the private sector yet?
Well, that won't happen until a request for proposals or a request for qualifications has been put out, and we start getting feedback from them.
But until that funding arrives, Irving City Council is pushing to make progress in any way possible, even if it's small steps at a time.
We've been getting $100 million here and $100 million there, which is a lot of money. But when you start buying right-of-way and property and going through asbestos abatement and demolition, $100 million doesn't go that far.
Stouffer says drivers and business owners can expect to continue seeing property demolitions, more sound walls, and further work on the service roads.
I think what you'll see over the next several months is what you see there today, where they're closed down Story and they've got the sound walls pretty well up.
But actual highway construction for the $1.2 billion project isn't anticipated for at least another year or two, and that's leaving business owners eager.
But once we get through it, it'll impact us in a positive way. It puts our land, our buildings, close to the freeway, which increases visibility.
Now, both the City of Irving and TxDOT are asking drivers and business owners in the area to just be patient throughout this process. They say once the project is complete, it'll be a much more vibrant area. In Irving, Ashley Roberts for City Source.